Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Don. Most of you guys have been here before. If you're new, welcome. I do non-pop country music reactions and Scotty McCreery's Damn Straight. And I love the title of this one. It's a gift request of Liam Blooms, who is down under. So Liam, thank you for this gift and request. And you said that you don't normally listen to Scotty, but like a cousin or a friend or someone turned you on to the song a couple years back and you're like, I like this one. So there's a lot of references to George Strait titles in this song. Songs like this are kitschy, but they can be a lot of fun because you just wait for, okay, what's the next lyric going to be? All right, guys, here we go. Scotty McCreery's Damn Straight, George Strait. Contemporary beginning, but nice sound. When did this come out?
Nobody in his right mind would have left her. That was her favorite song. She sang along every time it came on.
God, it reminds me of someone else.
We danced was to Marina Del Rey, and I fell right there and then. I didn't want that song to end. Baby blue was the color of her eyes. I can still see them in my mind. Probably will for the rest of my life. Damn straight, you're killing me, man. You know I've always been your biggest fan. Now I can't even listen, 'cause I'll get to missing her, then the hurt gets worse. Damn straight, I used to love your songs, but now every time that one comes on, my heart gets broken half. But do I wish I could get her back? Damn straight.
All right, question. I did a reaction a while ago to James Land's rendition of this song. So did Scotty pick this up from them? Because I meant, I keep track of when artists respond in the comments or on the Facebook page to a reaction I've done, and they did. It was like a husband and wife. Huh. Now you got me wondering over here, Liam.
The other day, right out of the blue clear sky, you came on in my truck. I couldn't turn it off fast enough. I tried to get back in the game, but this old heart just ain't the same. Hell, I can't even give it away. Damn straight, you're killing me, man. You know I've always been your biggest fan. Now I can't even listen, 'cause I'll get to missing her, then the hurt gets worse. Damn straight, I used to love your songs, but now every time that one comes on, my heart gets broken half. But do I wish I could get her back? Damn straight.
I like that steel in there.
It ain't your fault that she left me, and you know you'll always be the king. But right now I hate everything. Damn straight, you're killing me, man. You know I've always been your biggest fan, and now I can't even listen, 'cause I'll get to missing her, then the hurt gets worse. Damn straight, I used to love your songs, but now every time that one comes on, my heart gets broken half. But do I wish I could get her back? Damn straight. Damn straight. Nobody in his right mind.
Nice accents in there.
That was her favorite song. She sang sang along every time it came on.
That's the thing that hurts, man. It brings me back. You know, if you've been through a breakup, and who hasn't, probably 99% of relationships do not work out. And I don't mean marriages, I mean relationships, because by the time you get married, all right, half of marriages end in divorce, right? Actually, 56% of first marriages in America anyway. So let's just call that half. So half of the marriages work out. But those aren't the first relationships those folks have been in. Almost every one of those folks has been through a high school breakup, a college breakup, a breakup somewhere along the line. So I'm going with 99% of relations. Maybe it's got to be more than that. Don't work out. So you're going to have memories. Now, some of them are like, oh, I dated this chick for 3 weeks, or I went out with this guy for like a month and he was a jerk and I left. You know, you don't pine over those. You're like, God, what a mistake. But we all know that we try. Life is lived by trial and error anyway, so no matter what it is. But the deeper relationships, the ones that went on for 6 months, a year, 5 years, or a divorce, those have memories like this, where you had the song that meant something to both of you. You had the restaurant, the type of food, the movie. Just these things that you associate with that other person. And he made the mistake of leaving her, and he's hurting. And hey, there's his mistake. What did he do? He effed up, and that happens. It's one of these things where you hope the other person realizes they made a mistake. Even though you're not going to go back or get back together, you still are kind of hopeful that if you're honest, as honest as you can be about seeing like what you sowed, good and bad, into the relationship, you might be able to see that you screwed up. Like, all right, if you cheated, all right, fair, and got caught, fair enough. I mean, you understand why it broke up, your fault, own it. She's not coming back to you, probably. But there are other things in a relationship where, you know, maybe you really did bring the good stuff to the table. Maybe you weren't critical. Maybe you were thoughtful. Maybe you were generous, whatever. And for whatever reason, they decided it wasn't enough. Maybe they are oriented toward complaints, let's say. And I know people like this in life. They've admitted it, not just in my life coaching practice, but just whether friends or people that like I used to know, put it that way. And they acknowledge like they had to work on the fact that they saw things through a negative lens. And some of these folks, acknowledging it's the first step in it, really. And then you've got to do the work to not seeing things through a negative lens. Because when you see it that way, you tend to complain toward the people closest to you more often than others. And it's wearisome. But some other folks never even see that part of them. They either don't care enough to see it, and I know people like this as well. They just don't care enough about other people to realize that they're beating them down with their complaining and all that. In this song, I don't know, but Billy Joel had a great line in the song that's, you can see when you're wrong, though you know you can't always see when you're right. You can't always see when you're right. And that's true. And it's just as important to see when you didn't make a mistake as when you did, because that's what we just call the truth or reality. And you don't want to skew the reality, but we all do to a certain extent. But if you didn't make a mistake in that relationship and he or she still broke it off with you, you hope they eventually realize that they made a mistake, even though you won't go back to them. And in this song, he realized he made a mistake by getting rid of her, and he just had to turn the song off. A lot going on in a song like this that you have to contemplate. And I did like the instrumentation in it, Liam. So this wasn't done in honor of George Strait. It was done because of George Strait and the number one hits. The number of number one hits he's got. Just take the titles and work them into your own song. All right, I'll rate this one. And the number that popped into my head was a 9.0. It's a straight 9. Oh, a straight 9. I didn't even mean that, but that's how I word it. So All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. Leave your comments. Be nice about it if you would. Have a great day. I'll see you in another video and keep rocking the country.
Now I can't